Hey, good people, I'm back again. Here we go. I'm going to try something I ain't never done before. And from what I've been reading, I'm doing everything wrong. But it'll be alright. I'm going to make some homemade wine. I'm going to try to recreate what my great uncle used to make, which is a combination of muscadine and scuppernong grapes and blueberries. When my great uncle died about 15, 20 years ago, nobody knows how to make it. But I remember that was some pretty good daggone wine. And I figured, what the hell, let's try to do it. I have grapevines. I got both muscadine and scuppernong. Give you a little lesson on the two of those in just a minute. And I've got plenty of blueberries. Well, the problem is, I've always been in a fight with the black bear over the blueberries and the grapes. And now the pears. He just discovered he could climb trees, and he ate all my pears this year. Oh well. So, I had to freeze my fruit. Ain't supposed to do that from what I've been reading. Plus, for some reason this year, my scuppernongs and my muscadines, they didn't come off at the same time. They actually separated by about 3 weeks. I was like, that's kind of odd for them, but oh well. I got to work with what I got. So, give me just a minute and I'll show you what the difference is between the two grapes I'm talking about. Now here's the grapes. You got scuppernong, this one right here, nice and golden, and you got muscadine. This one here, big old fat and purple. Well, these two grapes are indigenous to the southeast. As far as I know, they're the only wild grapes that ever grow around here. But, you know, over the years, we figured out how to cultivate these bad boys. They are both good. Both of these, both of them now, are muscadine grapes. But that is a scuppernong because it was originally discovered in an area in North Carolina near, I want to say it was a Scuppernong River. I think. I might be wrong. But the name comes from the Native Americans as well as this, as far as I know. They're the same and they're not the same. Both of them are muscadine, but only that is a scuppernong. And that is my favorite grape to eat in the world right there. That thing is just, it is goodness, 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of do some of this stuff up. We're going to see what it tastes like. This ought to be fun. And like I said, I'm doing everything wrong. I ain't going to sit here and mash all these grapes up. Okay? Lazy. I don't feel like doing crap today. So, I am using spring water, not chlorinated water. I sterilized everything with this Campden tablets. Basically, it creates a sulfur type gas or something. When you enclose everything in a bucket, it kills all the bad stuff. So, we're going to either make wine or we're going to make vinegar. And we won't find out for about 10, 12 weeks. So let's get started. Oh yeah, by the way, using a blender, I'm not going to puree these things. I'm just going to rough them up a little bit, put them in the bucket. Do 5 gallons this time. I ain't doing no more than that because I don't want to waste all my grapes. And as soon as I get set up, we're going to get rolling. Well, here we go. Here we go. I really hope this comes out like Uncle Cub stuff. Uncle Cub stuff is pretty doggone good. I've never had anything quite like it. We're going to start out with we're going to bust up a bunch of blueberries here. And like I said, I ain't pureeing this stuff. I'm just roughing it up a little bit, busting it open. And all this stuff, all this has been sterilized to prevent bad stuff. Let's see which one we want to go with. Let's go on low. Well, we ain't going that one. That looked good enough to me. Like I said, we're not turning this into a liquid. Oh, I forgot to put water. I'm using this Piggly Wiggly water. It's spring water from a location down in Florida. And I imagine spring water would be your best bet on this. Well, we're going to find out. We'll keep on. It's going to look like a murder scene here. Now we're going to get these old muscadines in here. They've been washed previously, so they have been frozen. We're going to see how it works. That's such a good grape. This here ain't for your pinky-outy champagne people. This here is for your country people that want some good grape flavor kicking the ass Kool-Aid. I just hope I don't end up with that nasty crap like Mad Dog or nothing like that. I want it to be like my uncle, because it was good. I might better cut it up on half of these. Now we're going to put our scuppernongs in here. I hope this turns out good, because I swear it's a waste. It'll be a waste of some damn pine grapes if it don't. But you got to learn somehow, I reckon. Uncle Cub didn't know how to do it when he was born. Glad my chickens ain't in here. They be trying to get in this bucket. I sure have to close the garage door. They're some of the nosiest little rascals. But they're cool. I like them. They're pets. Might need to know how to make this. Hell, the way the world's going, everything goes crashing down. The man that can make some alcohol, something tells me he'd get to be pretty doggone important. Alright, that's all the scuppernongs. So, alright, there we go. One thing that I did, I screwed up. I filled the bucket a little bit too high. After I sprinkled my yeast on it and put the top on, I got some mash on up into the airlock, but that's not going to be a problem because I have to wait until tomorrow to stir it. And when I stir it, after I stir it tomorrow, I'm going to take 2 scoops out to get me an airhead in there. I didn't count for how deep that little plug is that goes down into the top with that airlock, but that's going to be all right though, because I actually have 2 airlocks. They came in a 2-pack, and all I got to do is pull that one out, put the new one in. Well, we'll see you back in about 12 to 16 weeks. Okay, we back. It's been a week. It's time to take it out the primary fermentation tank and go to the secondary fermentation tank. We got cheesecloth stretched over a barrel, a bucket, same kind as the other one in. I've sterilized all of it. Once we get it strained, we're going to add some Campton tablets. That's what it is. They've been dissolved in water. And we're going to add bentonite, which is a volcanic ash, something that winemakers use. Now, I do remember when I was young that my Uncle Cub had wads of white river clay in his little building where he made wine. And I think that he used, I was real young at the time, so I don't really know. But I think that he used the clay the same way that I'm going to use this bentonite. It clarifies the wine. Basically, it bonds to all the bad stuff that you don't want and drags it to the bottom. We're going to do all this stuff here. Then we're going to put the airlock and the lid back on it. And hopefully in about 2 weeks, it will be ready to somewhat consume, I guess. I don't know. We'll find out. Wine and vinegar. That's what we're going to make. There we go. Let's open this up and see what we got in here. Still fermenting a little bit. As I crack it, it smells like wine. That's a good thing. Ooh, it really smells like wine. Ooh. There again, I hope this isn't going to turn out tasting like Mad Dog 2020 or no crap like that. I want good old country homemade wine. I'm going to have to get rid of this stuff somewhere back there on the other side of the canal. If I don't, my chicken's going to get into it, and the last thing I need is a bunch of drunk chickens walking around. They already act like dumbasses to start with. Well, they are chickens. let's see if we can somehow manage to get this off without dumping it all back into stuff. Yeah, I just took a bath in it. Alright. Looks somewhat like my wine. Smells like wine. Alright. That's the camp gin tablets. We'll add this bentonite. And my hands have been cleaned really good, so trying not to introduce any bacteria and trying not to stir this to where I introduce any oxygen to it either. There we go. Got that part done. Alright, a week went by pretty quick. Time to rack this out to another container and add some more clay to it. Clear it up. Now, when I got ready to do this, I said, wait a minute, I am seriously lacking some equipment to do this properly with, without like sticking my arm down in there and holding the tube. So I have created this monster. It's going to hold it that far off the bottom of the bucket so it don't pull any dredges up. And when I hook this up to the bucket, you're going to look at it and you're going to say, ah, daggone, man, go get the proper stuff. Well, didn't think about it a while ago. So here shortly we are going to do this, get it right. And mind you, all of that has been sterilized very well. Everything that's going to touch the wine sterilized, so don't be cracking on my old raggedy wrench and my old raggedy C-clamp. All the rest of it is good and clean. A few more minutes of that bucket. Ooh, too close. A few more minutes of that bucket with that boiling water in it, and we're going to do this thing. Alright, there's how my little contraption works. Ain't pretty, but everything that's touching the wine is sterile. And from looking at it, it looks like I'm definitely going to have to rack it a couple more times. And it's still fermenting just a little bit. So we're getting ready to draw this into another bucket. Mix up some more bentonite and let it settle again for another week. Here goes nothing. more clear underneath it than what I thought. Alright, I'm gonna mix in the bentonite. I keep my chickens out of this. Alright, we're gonna seal it up another week. Well, here we are. It's been a month, at least a month. Actually, I think it's been like 5 or 6 weeks. And I have not tasted this wine yet, but as you can see, the clarity's pretty doggone good. Looks about like my old Uncle Cub's wine. Smells almost like his old wine. And I'm fixing to find out if it is Uncle Cub's old wine. Let's see if I recreated this stuff. Well, bottoms up. Here we go. See how bad I screwed this up. Well, it tastes like a shit sandwich. Yep, that tastes like a shit sandwich. Well, my first attempt is a bust. I probably need to go talk to somebody that knows how to make this stuff. Nah, that ain't worth a damn. Oh well, we are back to square one on this. Bye. Well, I learned one thing. I learned one way not to make wine. I put my hydrometer in it, and I've got 0 alcohol. I made pure tea vinegar. Vinegar that tastes horrible. So, I'm going to have to do this again next year when the grapes come off. I tried again. I figured out one way not to do it, but hell, didn't know if I could do it. So, give it a shot. Sorry I wasted y'all's time, but now we know how not to make wine. I'll let you later.